They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to UFCU Stadium in San Marcos, Texas, home to the Texas State Bobcats. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas State Bobcats. For Yeeee Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. About to put toe to leather and get this thing started. He'll bring it out. It's Bussy. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Offense changing the play. This quarterback part of their running game. Makes it past the marker. There he goes. Inside the 30. The 10. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas State.
Consider the tone of this football game set. One play, one run, all the way to the house. Palmer, you couldn't draw up a better start.
That is a dream start, David. And this offense takes so much pride in being physical. And on the very first play of the game, they blow the defense off the ball, and he takes it all the way to the crib.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he...
Damn, 93 oral, 91. Fuck that.
Out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Offense in a bunch formation. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Lacey. Let's talk for a second about Florida Atlantic. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. Three-star offensive lineman, gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a three-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home. Now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
And the Owls come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these third downs manageable, and they've got...
Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Looking to take a shot. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bobcats. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Snagged out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Snap from the gun on third down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Looking to pass, it's Reed. Got a man, it's Mims. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
To the air on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Complete to the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for room. It's Atkins. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Caught over the middle. It's Bussy. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Calls his own number. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Turning it on. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Texas State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
On the run, still looking. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snagged in the middle, it's Lacey. And they'll get enough for the 1st down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the 1st quarter. We've come to the break, and Texas State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Terrell. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Hauls it in. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Motion from the wideout. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bobcats. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
First and 10.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up.
Reels it in down the left side. Off and running. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Owls. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Just going to keep it after the snap. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback's
trying to get behind the defense. He caught it, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on third down, now setting up fourth.
Florida Atlantic tries to move the chains on fourth down. And they can't connect a costly turnover on down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Bobcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? The quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then stride it into the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Kansas is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wyoming. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Got a first down. Still running at the 40. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right?
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Lacey. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Terrell. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Florida Atlantic races to the line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking to throw again. Unloads to the right. Touchdown Owls! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Reed. Rifles it down the middle. Pulls it in down the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking deep. Snags it. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas State.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he puts through the extra point. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
To the air on 1st down. Floating away. He's going to fire to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete to the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going for it all. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Sends it back in motion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it on the move. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Into the end zone, and it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands.
Oh my gosh.
And he tacks on the extra point. So a drive there of 84 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
49, Florida Atlantic, 28.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Reed. He unleashes a long one. He's got it inside the 30. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Defense playing a bail technique. He's going to let it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bobcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage.
I would quit, but you know, I need to be.
To get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Shoots it to the left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Terrell. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Owls are in the hurry-up. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
Just needs a crack to get a return. He gets a block. huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Texas State. And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bobcats. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Colorado State is currently working from behind. But how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to New Mexico. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lacy. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Catch in the middle. It's Lacy. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Terrell. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. Motion from the back. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on third down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And they get to him and sack him.
I'll take